Let's go to the coaching carousel, where the Texas Longhorns, 2 years after they lifted the interim tag from Rodney Terry and gave him the full-time head coaching job, they fire Rodney Terry on Sunday, and they hire Sean Miller. The 56-year-old, he's won over 70% of the games he's coached in, 13 NCAA tournament appearances, and you're talking about 4 trips to the Elite Eight, 487 wins to 196 losses. Terrence Oglesby, Sean Miller out at Xavier after 3 years, after Xavier did give him a shot back in college basketball, but now heading to the Longhorns. Chris Del Conte wanted him before, now he gets him. Your thoughts?
He got his guy. That's who he wanted the entire time. I actually thought Rodney Terry, would he go to a tournament all 3 years or both years and made an Elite Eight? It's like, my God, guys, like, what do we want here? They won a national championship, and they didn't feel like Rodney was the guy. I thought Rodney getting to the tournament in the SEC this year was huge. I thought it was huge. I thought it was tough. It was hard, but they just didn't feel as if he was a national championship caliber guy. Those are Texas's goals, and I think they believe that Sean Miller is. So how do I like the fit? He kind of fits what it's about down there, right? Slick hair, nice jackets, guy can coach, and we know that. Rodney Terry had a lot of those same qualities. Dressed well, talked a great game. We'll see how that goes. So I think Rodney lands on his feet somewhere. I think he deserves another opportunity. I thought he did a pretty good job. I do think it's going to be interesting to see how this develops, because there's a lot of money being thrown around in the SEC, and that obviously gives Sean a different type of opportunity to work with there at the Moody Center. So I'm excited for Sean. I'm a little bummed for Rodney.
Listen, we all work with Sean here, and this isn't an indictment on Sean. Congratulations to Sean and what he's done. And congratulations to Will Wade as well. But for me, what this says to me is what happened with their assistant coaches and what from the fallout from the FBI situations is what I think about. And I don't mean to be Debbie Down, and I only say it just from the Book Richardson just recently got a high school job. And I that's what I think of now. If we can forgive these guys, rightfully so, and they're deserving of this opportunity. I'm only saying for those assistant coaches that were humiliated nationally and are not in the business should be back in this business and allowed to prosper, no different than these guys have been, and given the opportunity to rehabilitate themselves the way Sean Miller and Will Wade have. And like I said, know these guys. We've covered these guys. It's not an indictment on them, so I really don't want to hear any shit about, talking about this now. But the only thing I'll add is for Texas, I hope they win a national championship, because they're just throwing money around and throwing money at the problem. And Sean's a hell of a coach. He'll figure things out there. But getting to the tournament is obviously not enough in Texas, and we know that. So good luck to Sean.
The clear frontrunner to take over at Xavier right now is Chris Mack, who was at Xavier 2009 to 18. He was the head coach of Charleston this past year after taking some time off with us. We'll see if that comes into place. There is interest from both sides.